Hey everybody, welcome back to the H4Games channel. I'm your host Tony, and if you remember from way back in the day, we did a video featuring the Arwing that is in the code of Ocarina of Time. Yes, there's in fact an Arwing from Starfox in Ocarina of Time. Now, it was probably never intended to be in the actual game. It was placed there by the developers for testing purposes, but was just never removed because they probably just never thought anyone would hack the game and find that Arwing. They were just kind of like, whatever, just leave it alone, who cares? So I got to thinking recently, I wonder if there's anyone that could modify, hack the game to allow you to play as that Arwing, because wouldn't it be cool to have like a flight mechanic in Ocarina of Time? I thought that would be pretty neat. So turns out there is someone that can do that. Enter Airikita. She had created a mod for me that allows you to do just that, play as the Arwing in specific maps that she had placed it in. So that's what we're gonna do today. Enjoy. This is so cool. Oh my god. This is this is so awesome. I mean, one of the big things with Ocarina of Time was that when you stepped out into Hyrule Field, I mean, obviously nowadays it doesn't seem like much, but at the time it felt so vast, so huge. And exploring it and just being able to like sort of free roam around that area was just such a joy. And so now that you can fly, I mean, that's just killer. That just like takes it up to the next level because you're just truly just like roaming around this giant space, which, nowadays it doesn't seem like much because of course there were plenty of games where you could do that. Even in the N64 era, there were plenty of games where you could do that, but just being able to do that with one of your favorite games is extra special. Up into the sky. So Link is also technically playable. And so when I go into my different commands, like the slingshot, see, you can see that little explosion over there. So I'm actually controlling Link at the same time. So I can see where he is, which of course he spawns at the same place in the field every time. But if you didn't know that, you could find him by setting off the bombs, which are like these little flares, Uh-oh. I accidentally moved him into the water. My attack is A and B, right? But B also is Link's attack. And since I'm controlling them both at once in this particular instance, I can have a fight with myself. So as you can see, it harms Link. I remember when I was playing this originally with the Game Shark, i.e. just getting the Arwing to spawn. When it attacked you, it was like a quarter health or something like that. That would take away every time. So really, if you wanted to take down Link with the Arwing, especially with a ton of hearts, I mean, you'd be doing it for a while. The Arwing, on the other hand, is relatively fragile, so you'll see here. Just gonna go kamikaze right into Link here. You see how it kind of like wobbles and jitters. This is actually cool over here, so you can see, obviously you wouldn't be able to make it this far as Link, but as the Arwing, you can go ahead and see the 2D, that I guess the flat images, pre-rendered images that make up the castle. Now this is particularly cool because it's sort of a more dense area compared to Hyrule Field. Just out of curiosity. You cannot attack the chickens, unfortunately. It really is a shame that you can't attack the chickens, because it'd be really cool if you could piss them off, just like in the actual game, and have them fly around and chase you, but in the Arwing. See how they have that sort of perspective play, right? So if you were Link, you'd never get this far, and you just kind of see the path closing. But in reality, they pinched off the path, so the player would really never be the wiser. Now, she did try to make it so you could attack the enemies, which would be really, really fun. But unfortunately, it just was not working. So, you're left fighting Link. Obviously, it'd be a lot of fun if you could attack the enemies, but beggars can't be choosers. We're lucky we got this at all. Obviously. Oh, there you are. Oh, nope, that's a chicken. Where's Link? There you are. Come here, you. Ah! Back in Hyrule Field. So this is just another nice, big, open area to explore in. Now, some of you might be wondering why the Arwing is so small. And the reason being is because, well, this is the size of the Arwing in the code. She had asked me, you know, it is small. Do you want me to go ahead and make it larger? And I said, well, I mean, we could do that, but let's not modify it any further. Let's just take the Arwing that is in there to scale and give it some controls. Make it as authentic as possible. So that's why it's so tiny. Come on, Jabu Jabu. I want to clip into you. Come on. This is just bringing such a smile to my face. This is so silly. I just love it. Now, where is Link? There he is. That's why I couldn't find him. He was in the water before. Come here, you. I love that little the Arwing does when it's hit. It's so good. Just the red. Now this is a cool place to explore because it's just this canyon. You know, it's so deep. It would be killer if there was some sort of acceleration button on this. Always felt bad for these cows. They're just in the middle of nowhere. This is a cool area to explore as well. I always like, especially, you know, because I've used the moon jump levitation before, you know, from the ground, it's like, oh, the castle, you know. But from the sky, of course they're not going to build out a full castle. They're just going to use the pieces that they need to make it look like a full castle from the outside. So really, it just kind of turns out to be like a janky sort of mess. Here's a fun one. And going along, you know, what we said, here's, you know, Kakariko Village over here. Just like an image in the background. The mountain especially is very, very broken up. Now let's see if we can get all the way to the volcano here and see what we find. Into the void. And again, I wanted to give a big thank you to Airikita. Really appreciate you making this mod. It was a ton of fun, especially fighting Link as the Arwing, as Link, as myself at the same time was pretty neat. Definitely a very surreal experience in Ocarina of Time. So thank you very much again, and I'm gonna go ahead and put a link to her YouTube channel in the description below. You can check out all of her work above and beyond this. But she's also hoping to have a patch available for this mod shortly after this video is released. So definitely check out her channel because you'll be getting updates on that if you're interested in playing as the Arwing. So aside from that, thank you very much for subscribing, everybody. Thank you for watching, clicking that notification button, and we'll see you all next time. Cheers! Shooting this in the morning, my parents are watching my son today, and I have the house to myself, so unfortunately I'm drinking at 7 a.m.